Welcome to RV and Travel Adventures. Hope you're doing fantastic wherever you are at. In this video, I'm going to be talking about vacations and travel adventures. Part of the title of my RV channel is RV and Travel Adventures. So we're going to be talking about some RVing and also some various other types of travel adventures. I'm going to be comparing like 3 or 4. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to process it as we shoot this video. Various trips and the price points of these trips. I'm always trying to quantify and then eventually qualify if I should go on these trips. My wife got a gig to go teach in Germany during the summer of 23. So in all probability, it's not all, it's not all guaranteed. We'll be going to Germany. My wife would like me to go along. So I'm going to be giving you the price of me going along to Germany with my wife, and also the price of me going on various train trips from Berlin to Paris and Barcelona, and maybe even to places like Bruges. I've always wanted to go to Bruges. My wife went down there for quite a while. She's done some traveling on her own as an academic. Okay, so that's one trip. Another trip is that I've always wanted to go on lately. I've done this before just by my truck, and just driving my truck I get about 25 miles per gallon. Just driving my little mid-size V6 Chevy Colorado. It's not an issue, but once I start towing stuff, it drops down precipitously down to, 10, 9, and sometimes 8 miles per gallon, okay? That's not good. That's an expensive, use of energy, okay? So, again, with the cost of gasoline, it's dropped, but it hasn't dropped to the point where it's super cheap. It's now still quite expensive. In Texas, we got gas at about $3.25, $3.50 right now in late August. And in other parts of the United States, it's still $4, $5, especially in California. And if you go along the highway in California, like I-5, and these isolated gasoline stations, it's rather expensive. Don't be surprised if $6 a gallon for gas, okay? So I'm going to try to quantify how much it's going to cost if I wanted to go to visit my family in San Jose, in Pleasanton, San Rafael, and those areas, and also visit some friends in maybe LA, Redlands, and stuff like that, and also visit friends in Las Cruces and Santa Rosa, New Mexico, etc., etc. Stops along the way, and of course a little bit of boondocking and RV parks. I'm going to try to quantify. I'm going to try to calculate, to the best of my ability, how much would it cost to go next week if I wanted to go next week, which wouldn't be next week. It would be later. I would go later if at all, okay? Another trip I've always wanted to go on is visit Todd Dunn, who has an RV channel in which he goes sailing. He had a motorized boat, and now he just essentially is sailing at this time. He basically has videos where he's cruising around Bahama, Maine, saying this is the price of lobster. This is how the parking situation is downtown. This is me sailing on the bay, and I'm having a great time. It's about 65 degrees, and Jesus, I'm sorry that it's 105 in Fort Worth. But you can come visit me. So maybe I might go visit him, go down there in my RV. And the price to go visit Todd Dunn, and I'll leave links to his channel below, over there in Maine. He has a nice little lot, pretty close to the lighthouse, right next to the shore, right next to Acadia National Park, okay? So Todd lives next to Acadia National Forest, right next door. It's just like, you can walk there in 5 minutes, and then you can walk to the one of the lighthouses and another 20 minutes. And he's very conveniently located, and it would be a great trip, especially during the summer when over here in Fort Worth, it's about 100, 105. And over there it's like 70, 80 degrees. Very, very nice. I always thought about taking that trip, but the only issue with me is I'm a cheapskate and it's expensive. So those are the 3-4 trips I might be talking about. One, going to Berlin, the price of airfare, price of train travel, etc., etc. Housing's pretty much cheap. And also I'm going to be staying at some hostels. I'm not going to stay at the Ritz over there in Paris. I'm sorry, I can't afford that at this time. And then, of course, a trip to visit my family and stopping by and visiting some of my friends, doing some mooch docking and boondocking and staying at RV parks to go visit my family in the San Francisco Bay Area. And finally, going somewhere I've never, ever been before, Maine. I've never been to New York or Maine and Boston, those areas. I said Boston. I've never been to, Bahaba, Maine. So that'd be interesting to go down there, don't you think? And the cost to go in my RV. So 2 of them, cost of RVing, and 1 of them, the cost of going in the airlines to Berlin. I'm also going to compare the price to go visit my family in the Bay Area. If I just wanted to take an airplane, we have DFW Airport. We also have Southwest Airlines in Dallas. They have their own little hub down there. Love Field. Very nice. And going visiting my family, taking a plane, going to either Oakland, San Jose, or San Francisco, and having my family pick me up, or just get a rental car and hang out with my family. Of course, I have a lot of family down there. I have free accommodations, free breakfast. Also have a lot of friends down there, hang out with them, get into a little bit of trouble. So I'm going to be doing these comparisons. Here's going to be some of my charts right now. I'm going to show them up on the screen, and I'm going to go into my studio and do some narration. Hope you like it. So these are my very, very rough calculations. Hope you enjoy it. Again, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, just leave them below. So this is my trip from Fort Worth, Texas, stopping off at various friends' homes in New Mexico, various boondocking spots in Texas, Arizona, staying with friends near LA. Of course, that's no charge. They said I can park in their driveway, etc., etc. So the price of gas, I'm giving it a rough price around $5. In California, it's probably going to be even higher, but it's about $1,700 for gas. And RV parks, I estimate an average of $45. Some may be $30, some may be $50, etc., etc. I'm not staying at any resorts. So it adds up to about $2,005. What do you think? Here's the price going on Airline. It's about half, almost half. It's quite a bit cheaper. Again, airfare is $364. I calculated that today on Southwest Airlines, leaving Love Field and going to San Jose. So that's the airfare. It's about $364. Here's the actual invoice. Not that I paid for it yet, just the suggested price. And of course, for rental cars, it can vary tremendously. I'm thinking about something cheap for $840. $1,204 is the total for that one. The months of July and August were quite hot here in Fort Worth. Average temperature is 105, and every time I watch one of Todd Dunn's videos, I go, man, I wish I was in Maine cooling off on that sailboat over there in Bahaba. So this is my estimated price to get down there. $2,150 for gas. RV parks, another $450 for a grand total of $2,600 just to go visit Todd Dunn and get a chance to have some lobster and, check out Acadia National Park, etc., etc. Going to Berlin is actually rather inexpensive as compared to most of my other trips. It's quite a distance away. I can't take my RV, that's sad. So it's about $1,210 a round trip for airfare if I get the right deal. Again, here's an example, $1,210 from the Google website. It's a bit more expensive. I decided to go to the United Airlines website. It goes up to $3,000, a little over $3,000. So again, that's the price of airfare plus a train from Berlin to Paris. And then I wanted to go to Paris to Barcelona. And then, of course, some nights at a hostel. 5, who knows, maybe more, various nights at a hostel. This is all while my wife's teaching in Berlin, and I'm out having a great time checking out Europe. That should be a lot of fun. So the grand total for that trip is $2,045. Thanks for checking out my video. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed producing it. It's interesting to quantify the actual price to do something. I know a lot of us do things based on emotion. I have to go there. I would love going down there. And then you find out you spent a lot of money and it went down the drain, and it wasn't that fulfilling. It wasn't that much fun. I know visiting my family is going to be fun because I have a lot of friends. I know I can go to the Santa Cruz and go to the beach and go fishing off the pier, visit friends in Santa Cruz, visit friends in Sacramento, San Rafael, have family in Pleasanton, San Jose, etc., etc., etc. It would be a hell of a lot of fun. Again, getting back to see my family. And of course, I have 2 granddaughters. They live in the area. I mean, 2 daughters, rather, with grandchildren. And I would like to visit my grandchildren. Say, this is your grandpa right here. I know I look grizzled and old, but I'm still here. Nice to see you. So that would be a lot of fun. And of course, the other trips. Hope you enjoy those concepts. Again, one going way to the East Coast, one going across the pond to Germany and visiting around Europe, and of course the San Francisco Bay Area. Hope you like this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, or some ideas, you have any ideas for me to save some money, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, just leave your kind and super friendly comments below. Abajo. Muchas gracias a todos a ustedes. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to grow this rather modest, esoteric little channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you can subscribe to my little channel. Thank you very much. And if you have the time, check out my Patreon page, patreon.com/JMMGarza. From Fort Worth, Texas, planning some trips. I don't know if I can afford any of these trips. I know I can definitely afford the one to going to Europe because my wife wants me to go, and she gets a little lonely, and I want to hang out with her. And, you know, it's my job as a husband to hang out with my wife and keep her, somewhat happy, a little bit. I keep her a little bit happy. Tiny bit. From Fort Worth, Texas, this has been Jesus Manuel Mena Garza. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.